In my family, we have this culture of watching TV as a social event. And that's also why we don't have TVs in our bedrooms. However, there are some times when I would like to watch something by myself in the big screen here, and I do have a workaround for that. So this is the Nebula Capsule 3 laser. It's powered by a battery that lasts between 2 and 3 hours. It has embedded Android TV, not Google TV, don't even get me started on that. It has a built-in speaker that is more than loud enough for most real-life scenarios. And it also has a tripod mount at the bottom, which will be very useful. We have two big questions to answer here. First, where we will project the image, and second, where we will place the projector itself. Probably the easiest place to project the image would be the ceiling, but personally I think it's a bit weird to watch something while lying down in the bed, So let's think about something else. So what I'm thinking is, we'll project the image here, which is not ideal, but we'll fix that later. And that way, I'll be sitting in bed, and I can watch the thing right in front of me, right? The obvious fix here, of course, would be hanging a bed sheet over the closet. Which is clearly too much of a hassle, and the result's not even that good, So I designed these 3D printed parts that can hold binder clips and can be attached to the closet doors using double-sided tape. So now, to attach the bed sheet to the closet, it's super easy. And the result is much better as well, since the bedsheet is well stretched. But if I want to improve it even further, I can always add 2 more clamps at the bottom corners to stretch the bedsheet even more. I'd say that we answered the first question, so let's move on to the second one. Talking about projector placement, I had 3 ideas. I can either place it here on the table, maybe with a small tripod, but honestly it would take a lot of space on a small table. I could place it maybe here, which is a bit dangerous, I would say. It's pretty easy to bump into it, but maybe we can make it better. And the last option would be to hang the projector upside down in the shelf. If I place it here, probably the screen side will be pretty good, but this corner here might get in the way. And if I place it here, the screen might be way too small. But let's see. So the idea here is to use this very cheap ball head with a standard projector mount at the bottom and use a standard 1/4-inch screw that we can embed in the 3D printed part, as long as the threads are poking out of the part and the screw head can't really rotate, so we can just design a hexagon pattern in the part. It should work fine. As usual, I had to go through 3 iterations of the design for various reasons that we'll go over right now. This was the first one, which is very slim. It could be a bit wider, but at least the screw fitting just fine. Like, I have the hexagon shape embedded here on the bottom. But the main issue that I didn't actually plan for, and that I noticed with this design, is that this screw here that we use to either loosen or tighten the ball head actually bumps into the base when we try to rotate it. So this is no good. This is the second version, where I fixed that issue about the ball head bolts not bumping into the base. But as you can see, the top is smaller, so that's how we solve the issue. But it also means it's way harder to print. So much so that it actually failed. And the surface finish is also pretty rough, since this is a pretty steep overhang. And this is the last version. The only update that I did to this one was that I made the overhang less steep, so it's a bit easier to print, So now we can take the last version that I designed, screw it to the projector, so it works at the table without taking too much space, as I mentioned, and still having the ability to control the angle slightly. And it does work pretty well here as well. And it's surprisingly stable. Although, as I mentioned, if somebody bumps into it, it will fall. So we also have the option of attaching this to the bed frame using some double-sided tape or something like that. But I still wanted to try out the upside down option. So I took what I learned from those other designs and I created this one. And here we can also embed the screw quite easily. Just place it here and push a bit. And in the same way, we can screw the ball heads into the support. The main difference being that this will be upside down this time, like this. Also, one of the side benefits that I didn't mention is that I can use the same rig to shoot overhead videos, such as I did in the beginning of this video. Okay, so now let's check out how each of our projectors' placements impacts the picture. As you can see, all of them are pretty good, but I would probably lean towards the one that places the projector on the table, just because of the hazard of the projector falling with the other one. And the upside down option is also pretty good, although the picture is smaller since we are trying to avoid that corner that I mentioned earlier. And that's basically how I turned my bedroom into a movie theater. Now, this solution is pretty versatile, so I think it will keep up with any layout changes that I do. And that also means that for sure you can apply something that you learn here on your bedroom as well. But that's it for today. See you guys next time.